So now we have Server 2019 running without a GUI. How do we manage it? Well, you can see here I just rebooted the system. So after we did the install and it showed you how to shut it down, it comes up on a clean reboot and we have the press Control-Alt-Delete to unlock. Since I'm in a VM here, I'm going to click this button to send a Control-Alt-Delete to the system and enter credentials for administrator, or hit escape to switch users or sign in method. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in. All right, and here is our alternate shell. Now, we can do a lot of our configuration using some command line tools or using PowerShell. But in the desktop experience, we have Server Manager, which lets us do all of our configurations, and it's nice and convenient, has a bunch of stuff in one place. Well, in the command line only install, we have a tool called sconfig. So I'm going to do sconfigure, and this gives us a lot of the same things that we get in not the whole Server Manager, but in the section on configuring your local server. So it's a menu-based system. And you see here I have a domain work group, computer name, add local administrator, configure remote management is set to enabled, Windows update settings, download and install updates, which normally is something you'd want to do. Download and install updates after you get a server up and running. Set your network settings, date, time, telemetry settings, Windows activation, log on, log off. Okay, so let's go through and let's set a computer name. That sounds like fun. So computer name, you'll see appears under option 2. So I'm going to hit 2 and enter. And it asks for my new computer name. So I'm going to do 2019 Core as my new computer name. And just like the GUI, I have to, or just like in the GUI, I have to reboot if I want it to take effect. I don't, because I want to do a couple of other changes. So I'm going to hit no, and that'll take effect once I reboot. I want to set an IP address too, so that's going to be under my network settings. So I'm going to go to option 8. And I have a default IP address here, index 1, and here's my IP address. So I'm going to select the network adapter index number. I want to change number 1, and it gives me that option if I have more than, or in case I have more than one network adapter. So this is all of the information about it. I can set the network adapter address, DNS servers, clear DNS server settings. All right, so I'm going to set a network adapter address. I want to use a static address, and the IP address I'm going to use is going to be, let me set my number lock on, 192.168. Oh, let's do .4.10. And then my subnet mask, I can either type it in or it'll default, if I don't do anything, default to 255.255.255.0. I'm good with that. So I'm just going to hit enter rather than typing something in. And I'm going to set my gateway to 4.1. Now that did not give me the option there to set my DNS options. So to do that, I'm going to go to number 2 and set my DNS server. And I want this thing to use itself as a DNS server. So I'm going to do 127.0.0.1 and preferred DNS server set. Okay. And then alternate one, I'm going to leave that blank, so none of them, so I'm just going to hit enter. And now you can see our network configuration. All right. I'm done with this, so I'm going to hit 4 to return to my main menu, and then 15 to go back to my command line. You'll also notice that right here I can use sconfig to shut down and restart my server. If I don't want to come out to the command line and do the shutdown -s, I can go back to sconfig at any time, and option number 14 to shut down the system. All right, so that's how you walk through a base configuration using sconfig.